Hello everyone, my name is Brandon English, and I decided to make a video. And basically what was on my mind is the idea behind the science of getting rich, think and grow rich, the magic of thinking big. Books like that, Napoleon Hill, Wallace Wattles, so many authors and successful people. Well, they're not just authors, they are highly respected, highly successful people who've compiled some amazing information about it. I kind of want to say what life is about, but if you're a religious person and you can't put aside, I guess, some of what you've been taught. I consider myself a truth seeker. I was actually raised in a strongly religious area, and of course, I'm from the U.S. and many Americans claim to be. Well, I guess as far as I know, more than half of all Americans claim to be Christian or of some type of Christian denomination, and so I was raised in that, and I stayed in that most all of my life. So now I'm not one to bash religion, but religion itself is created by mankind, and that's why I don't subscribe to it anymore. I won't get into my beliefs right now about any of that, because I don't think that's really important. I think what's important is how you can make your life better, and I think that's why you're watching the video. At least that's my assumption. It's possible that you watch this video and you turn it off within just a couple of minutes or even a few seconds. YouTube is fickle. Sometimes when I put something up, I think it's not that big of a deal. I get tens of thousands of views. And then I put up something that I think is amazing and great and original, and I get like 100 or 200 views over a period of almost a year. I guess that's just the way it is. So right now I really don't care. I don't care about any of that. If there's one person who watches this and you get something out of it, then great. The whole point of me telling you this is because right now I'm in China, and I've been living abroad for over the almost 4.5 years. And so I've spent most of that time here in China, and when I was in Japan for a few months, I'll spare you the long story, but while I was in Japan, I became very isolated. The job market there is really bad. I didn't really want the teaching jobs, even though I was interviewing for them. I was very unhappy with the whole situation. I wanted to be in Japan, but I wanted to be there on my terms, and it seemed that I kept getting blocked by foreigners, not the Japanese, because I wasn't getting interviewed by any Japanese, but because I didn't have any work, I couldn't find any work, I couldn't get the visa, I had to leave, and I had to make a decision. I got down to almost no money, and it was either borrow more money and fly back to the U.S. and work there, which I absolutely did not want to do, or try to come back to Japan and try again, get a 3-month extension and look for a job again. That would have been very difficult to do because I had no money. Or try to get another visa for China, come back here and start over again. And after really looking into my heart and spending a lot of time reading and looking up some videos, reading some really deep, amazing books. Some books are over 100 years old. Yeah, that's right, over 100 years old. I really changed myself. Now back then, it was a big change, but looking back now, I'm amazed at how much more I've changed since then. So that's what I really want to tell you about, and largely connected to the magic of thinking big, or rather not that so much as think and grow rich, and the science of getting rich, and a little bit of the ideas from conversations with God. And like I said, this is not a religious video. This is just something that I wanted to make because I would like to invite you, if you decide to keep coming back and checking out my videos. I've made it a point to make some changes in my life because I know I can, and I've decided to do that. One of those is to make videos on this topic, because right now, as you can see, I'm walking. Okay, there's the road. This is actually one of the main roads, but it's kind of late at night. It's about almost 10:30 at night right now, and I just watched a film, Wonder Woman, in IMAX, but I won't talk about that. It was okay. But anyway, since I'm walking, I decided to walk back to my apartment. I'm going to make this video. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. My arm was getting a little tired. Earlier today, I went golfing at the driving range for a few hours, and I haven't done that in quite a while, so my arms, my back, a little tired, so you'll have to forgive me. Anyway, back to the main point, which is where it should be, I think, the reason why you are watching this video in the first place, and that would be because of this idea behind, I guess, even the secret, if you know, I almost got ran over by an e-bike. The secret, the idea behind that, if you've ever read that or watched the film that they made or whatever. I watched it a long time ago. I don't remember a whole lot about it, but I do know that it's loosely based on The Science of Getting Rich, which is the first book that really hit me hard, besides the Conversations with God. Now, I'm going to give you a little brief summary of the little pieces from each of these that have stuck with me. Okay, now I haven't read these books one time. I've got them in audio, and I listen to them again and again and again and again. And by now, over the past couple of years, I've listened to The Science of Getting Rich more than 10 times, and I have listened to, now lately I've been just listening to Think and Grow Rich, and I'm actually not through it, and here's why. Because the first several chapters are hitting me so hard and really changing my mind so much that I can't stop thinking about it. I keep thinking about it, rather, and I've decided that until I really absorb it, I'm not going to move on. And in the meantime, I've been changing some of my habits. I've been exercising more over the past several days. Actually right now not having what I would call, well, there's been a big change in my relationship with my girlfriend. We're not together all the time now like we were before. She was staying with me, and she's been with me for a while now, but now she's staying with her mom and dad. And right now, in that situation, I don't know which way to go. I feel like it's always a big question mark. So what I've decided to do is not focus on that. What I've decided to do instead is focus on things that really, really matter. And this is one of those things, which is making things that can help people. I mean, even if this video just helps you to think, you know, gets you thinking, so that you can go out and find your own way, then I've done enough, I think, for you, and that will make me happy. Because nobody made me think when I was younger. I mean, your whole life, people tell you not to think. They want you to just take what you're told and go with that. Well, that's not good enough for me, and it hasn't been good enough for me since I was a kid, and it's got me into trouble. It's got me spanked. It's got me yelled at. It's got things thrown at me. My ex-wife threatened to cut herself with a knife. Just, you know, all sorts of, you know, crazy stuff. But you know, it's okay. It doesn't matter. I was able to get past all of that and move on. And I'll save my biography for another time. But anyway, the one thing I'll tell you from the conversations with God thing is there's this idea behind people, the way they think and what they say. And the idea, the main simple idea that I got from this is you can't have what you want. You cannot have what you want. So I'll say that again. You cannot have what you want. And what this means is you say, I want, I want, I want. And since I'll give you an example, because I love tea so much. I love tea. So, let's say I ask the waitress, excuse me, I want some more tea, or I need some more tea. Why would I say that? Why would I tell her I need some more tea? Well, the simple answer is because I don't have tea. I do not have any tea at all. So, if you're praying to God, like I said, if you're a religious person and you're praying to God in the traditional way, oh please God, I need a promotion, I need a better job, I need my health to improve, I want a girlfriend, I want a husband, or I want a child, or whatever. It doesn't matter. I want insert thing here. I need insert thing here, like that. These guys, they love staring at me here. They also love ignoring the traffic signals. Anyway, back to me and what I was saying. Essentially, by saying I want this, or I need this, or please give me that, or please heal me, or please don't do this, or whatever, you're literally saying I don't have. And one part of the book, he says God's answer is always yes, okay? But I'm going to tell you, if you're not religious, ignore the word God, because the truth is, the reality is, what you want, it doesn't matter what you say or what you want or what you think or whatever, the answer is always yes. The universe, creation, God, all of this, the answer is always yes. And here's why. Because if you say, I want money, the answer is yes. Yes, you do. You do want money. I need a promotion. Yes, you do. You need one. Which means you don't get one. See, congratulations. And you might think that this is ridiculous. And when I first learned this, it really hit me hard, and I knew that it was true. And the reason I knew that it was true is because I could just feel it on the inside. I knew it resonated with me. I realized I was the one that was responsible for causing the destruction in my life. Every time I had an opportunity to improve and increase and grow, I got knocked down. Why? Well, it was my fault. But anyway, it really helped me to make some changes, and that, combined with the science of getting rich, really began to work in me. Now, that alone was not enough, because I still had so much improving to do. So I kept reading, kept searching. I've learned a lot of stuff over the past couple of years since then, but now I'm reading into Think and Grow Rich. This is the part that gets really good, really, really good, okay? Because you might say, okay, so I don't say I want something. Well, if I don't see it, the thing that I desire, the thing that's in my heart, maybe it's just something that you really have always wanted to do. I understand how you feel. Right now I'm 42 years old. I've battled many times this feeling of being angry, not just with myself, but with my parents and the people that were over me, the leaders and the teachers and all these spiritual people. I mean, the church. My ex-father-in-law was the pastor of this really big church, and I've had to deal with a ton of anger against these people because I felt like they completely led me astray. They led me in the opposite direction, back that way. And so when I finally realized I was going the wrong way, I had to turn around and come all the way back. And so I'm not a 20-year-old guy right now, so I can't start over. Now, there's one reason why I wouldn't want to start over, because of my daughter. I have a daughter, and even though if I go to the U.S., I can't see her. But once again, that's another long story. and I won't go into that right now, but my daughter is the only reason why I would keep things as they are, because I can't imagine not having her. I love her very much. I'm going to stay right here in the middle of the road. Okay. It's red. See? Right there. I'm in the middle. See? Cool. Anyway, I'm sure everybody's looking at me. Oh, foreigner. That way. Like what? Okay, that means foreigner, in case you don't know. Anyway, so just saying, just not saying that. That's step one. You definitely don't want to do that. Now, what about books like The Power of Positive Thinking and just being positive and only saying positive things? Well, once again, that's good. There's nothing wrong with that at all, okay? And a lot of people are always saying that. Just be positive. Yeah. And whenever I mention something about the book I'm reading, they say, yeah, Brandon, that's good. Be positive. Yeah. But see, that's what I've learned from this new book that's so awesome. You know, it's not just about being positive, because you can get up every morning, you can look at yourself in the mirror, and you can say, man, you're handsome, you're awesome, you're great, you're rich, you got this, you got that. You can say that all you want, and that's great. But what happens when you do that for every day, for years and years and years, and nothing freaking changes? And some people say, no, Brandon, you can't say that because that's negative. That's true. It's true to say I can't do these things, but it's not true to recognize reality. And the reality is that you need to do another thing, okay? You need to add to your positivity. You need to add to your thinking. So you get rid of the I want. You get rid of the I need or I don't have. You need to cast that out, right? And then the next thing that you do is you have to replace it with something. And yeah, you replace it with positive thoughts. You replace it with affirmations, the things that you have. But here's the key, and this is the thing that Think and Grow Rich really, really hits on. And when they talk about all these successful people throughout history who've done these amazing things, this is what they do. This is what they do. And that's why I'm telling you now, because right now I'm not driving my Lamborghini. And the main reason is because it's in the shop and they've got to do a few things to it before I can drive it again, or drive it for the first time. Actually, I haven't bought it yet, but they're getting it ready for me. I'm sure that very soon I'll be able to buy. I know for sure that I'll be able to buy very soon. So I wanted you to kind of, if possible, come along with me on this journey, because I'm changing what I'm doing. I'm changing my mind. I'm using these thoughts in these processes that I'm learning about from these very highly successful people and beginning to put them in my life. It's easy for somebody who's already successful to write a book or make a video and say, hey guys, follow my formula and you're gonna make a lot of money and you're gonna be so happy and you'll have health and you'll have love and all this other stuff, because look, I've got it. See, I've got it right over there. You see that car? You know, there's my Lamborghini over there. You know, see, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Yeah, but how do you identify with those people? How do you identify with them so much after the fact? How do you know they're not just pulling your leg? Because I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh, but they're special. And I'm so freaking tired of hearing people tell me that those people are just more special than we are. That's why they can do what they do. Well, that's bullshit. And I'll say that. I have no problem saying that here, so why should I have a problem saying that on YouTube? Who cares? It's bullshit. Because that's exactly what it is. It's a steaming hot pile of bullshit. Okay, there, I said it. All right, now, listen. The thing is, you have to take these thoughts, the good thoughts, the good things. Think about the things that you want, desire, the true heart's desires you have in here, right? Think about those. And as you think about them, you need to visualize. It helps to close your eyes. A little dangerous while you're walking down the road or on the sidewalk. But anyway, find a nice safe place inside, nice and quiet. Sit down, close your eyes, and start imagining some situations, okay? And while you're imagining these situations, really put yourself in it. And I'm serious. I came up with something the other day, and I've been experimenting. Excuse me. Too much popcorn or something. I've been experimenting on my friends here locally, my Chinese friends. And I'll tell them, I've been telling them the past several days, I'm so excited about what I've been reading that I've been telling them this little experiment. And it's so funny because as soon as I start to tell them, they all respond the same way. And I know that it works. Even right now, I'm smiling about it. And here's why. Because as soon as I start to tell them, imagine this, you do this. And when I start to explain it, they start smiling really big. And they like giggle, and they're like, well, this is silly. And I'm like, no, but think about it. Think about it if this really happens. So I'm going to tell you because I think you can identify. Most of you are thinking about, wealth and money. And even money is connected to, health and your family and so many different things. So it's very important. And that's probably why most of you are watching this video. So that's what I'll assume. So, with that in mind, think about this. Imagine that you have a lot of money. The amount of money that I'm imagining right now is $1.8 million. I had a dream a while back, and I got that number out of the dream, so I'm sticking with it. I'm using something very specific. So, but for you, let's just make it simple. Let's say $1 million. You have $1 million free and clear, just sitting in your bank account, just sitting there. Okay? Any number, pick your number that you want, but you need to pick a specific number. Don't just say, a lot of money. No, you need to pick a specific number, okay? But whatever that number is, I want you to double it, all right? So, I'm going to say 3.6 million. 3.6 million. So take the number that you think you'd like to have, and then double it. Now, it's in your bank account. But to make yourself feel better, you've got your eyes closed, right? So while you're watching this video and listening to my voice, this is what I want you to do. Close your eyes. And I'm going to tell you what you're going to see, okay? All right. Now you walk up to the bank and you see the ATM, and you look at the ATM, and you could go over to the ATM and put in your card and look at your balance on the ATM. But you decide not to. The bank is open, so why not go inside and talk to the teller? So this is what you do. You walk inside, you wait in line for a moment. They're not very busy today, so they get to you rather quickly. When you walk up to the teller, she says, "How may I help you today, sir?" Or "Ma'am." And you say, with a smile on your face, I don't have my card, my bank card with me today, and I need to check my balance. Would you be able to do that for me, please? And she says, "Absolutely. Do you have your ID?" And you say, "Of course. Here you go. It's right here." And she says, "Okay. All right. One moment, please." She pulls it up on the computer. She blinks, looks a little surprised, but then she writes a number on a piece of paper, and she slides it over to you, folded. You reach down and grab it and open it with both hands and look at it, and it has your number on it, okay? So don't open your eyes, just keep thinking about it. You're holding it in both hands and you see your number. I see $3.6 million. $3,600,000 on this piece of paper. But then, you're not finished. You look at the teller and you say, "I'm sorry. Could you say this for me? I'm having just a little trouble reading it. Maybe my eyes are a little watery. Maybe. So could you read that for me? And she says, of course. She says, your balance is $3,600,000. And then you say, with a smile, thank you very much. Have a great day. And you walk out of the bank. Okay. This is just an example. You can open your eyes now. Unless you'd rather keep them closed. But come on. This is a very schwy guy. In case you don't know, that means handsome. So, here we go. And that's just an example of a visualization that you can do. And there's so many more. I've got a few that I've done. And the key is doing it again and again and again. Now, why did I tell you to do this? Yeah, it feels good. Or some people say it feels silly. But the reason they say it feels silly is because it's so foreign to them, I think. It feels strange the first time you do it. But if you really focus on it and you really put it in, it moves you. You can cry. You can feel so happy. Why is this important? Why would you do this to yourself? Here's why. Your subconscious is just like a computer. And it doesn't care what you put in. It will eat everything. Everything you put in, it will eat it. If it's bullshit, it will eat it. And guess what? You've been fed a lot of bullshit your whole life, just like I have, okay? I've been fed all the BS in the world, just like many of us have. That's why the vast majority of the people on Earth do not have. They keep saying I want, but they don't have. And the reason is because they don't know this. They don't practice it, and they don't live it. But the very successful people, they do, and they know it. And the ones that are kind enough to share and tell us about it, that's really great. So, anyway, think about earlier in the video when I was saying the things about thoughts, right? Your thoughts. Positive thoughts, good thoughts. Yes, that's great. But this is where you take the positive thoughts and you marry it, okay? You marry it to your feelings, your emotions, and you eat that. And that goes into your subconscious, and that's what your subconscious will believe. And guess what? That's what your life becomes, because it goes from the inside out, okay? Think about a merry-go-round. If you're on a merry-go-round and you're on the outside and some kid is making it go faster and faster, then what's going to happen? You're going to fly off of it. This is exactly how it works with your subconscious. Everything comes from the center out. So, if you're in the middle, you have all the power. And everything comes from you. So the power that's generated on the middle, it affects everything on the outside. And that's exactly what happens with your subconscious in your life. And I know many of you don't want to hear this, and it's tough at first. But your life really is what you make of it. So if you hate your life, and you think your life sucks, and you think that you've just been given a raw deal, and it's not fair, I'm telling you, it's because you put yourself there. I'm telling you, that's the truth. And maybe you think that's being a little insensitive, or it can't be true in all cases, or whatever. Maybe I just haven't had it hard enough. But listen, I've had it really hard. And one of these days, I'll actually put this on video and I'll tell you about what I've been through. And then you can see that. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video now, is because I am unable right now to pull out my Lamborghini keys and get in my Lamborghini and drive away and go down to my own production studio and make my own movies. I'm unable to do that at this time, but it doesn't mean that I won't be able to do that. I am able to do that. But the reason I haven't done that so far is because of me. It's It's not because of anyone else. It's not because of circumstances, because I create the circumstances. Just like I was telling you. Oh, that looks really spooky. Ooh. You create the circumstances, just like the merry-go-round that I was telling you about before. I've been living on the outside of the merry-go-round. My life has been chaotic. My subconscious controls what's going on the outside, but I've been feeding it bullshit. People have been feeding me bullshit, and I've been combining that with negative feelings and emotions. And whenever you put the negative emotions and feelings together with your thoughts or your beliefs or the things that you're told, guess what? You believe it. Your subconscious absolutely believes it. And that's the thing that I really wanted you to get. Think and Grow Rich. That's the main thing that I've gotten so far. If there's nothing else I can tell you, it's those things, okay? Do not focus on what you want, but rather picture those desires, whether it's career or just a specific amount of money, if it's health, whatever it is, helping your family, going somewhere. There's so many things it could be. You know, I'm not going to go through all of the possibilities because it would take too long. I know what I really desire, and I believe that I know why I'm here. I really do believe that, because I have a strong passion for it. And if you didn't have a passion for it, that's in the science of getting rich. If you have a strong desire to do something, then that's proof that you have the power within you to actually do it. Now think about that. Why would you have the strong desire to do something that you're unable to do? That would be a horrible trick in life, and life doesn't work that way. You have the strong desire, the drive to do something, and that's because there exists within you some power to do it. It might not be the exact same way that other people do it, but the power is there to do something, to do it a certain way, your certain way. And that's what the science of getting rich is about. But in Think and Grow Rich, the thing that's really hit me is you must be doing the visualizations, okay? The visualizations. You must be spending 10 minutes a day really feeling these things, combining it with the strong, good emotions, all right? And eating that, giving that to your subconscious, because subconscious eats everything, and it doesn't know truth. Truth to your subconscious is what you feed it with emotion. That is truth to the subconscious, and that's what I want you to know. I really hope that this helps you, and if you have any questions, I guess you can post them down here, but I'm not yet a guru, so all I want to do is show you how my results go, because right now I'm still near the beginning of my journey, and I want to bring some people along with me along the way. Instead of waiting, I think it's silly. I keep thinking, I'll wait. But why wait? Why not start now? Do a little documentation of my journey. You can come along with me. I'm improving health. I'm improving money. I'm improving the things I really love and I want to do. Improving relationships. Everything. So let's do it. Okay? Alright, Think and Grow Rich. Mwah. Much love. Mama da. Mwah. Bye for now.